My books are fantasy romance. They are not romantasy. Fantasy romance gets confused with romantasy a lot, and some people use the terms interchangeably, but they are different. Fantasy romance has been around for a long time and had its own trend in the 90s. This book was a part of that, A Certain Magic by Kathleen Morgan. Fantasy romance is a genre that follows general fantasy, world building tropes and conventions, but adds romance. Romantasy as a genre is much more closely related to paranormal romance than it is to general market fantasy. This makes a lot of sense. Paranormal romance was the last big trend that anyone and everyone in publishing was trying to get in on. It is perfectly logical that the next big trend would grow out of that. So if you're familiar with the 2000s or even the 2010s vampire, werewolf, and demon romances, you can see a lot of that influencing romantasy books. A Court of Thorns and Roses is the romantasy book series to which all publishers are currently trying to make romantasy books conform. ACOTAR draws very heavily on the tropes, genre conventions, and archetypes of paranormal romance that came before it. There are romantasy books I enjoy, but I am always going to have a preference for fantasy romance generally. Grace Draven is probably the best current example of a fantasy romance author. Her books are romance, but they're also very much grounded in the high fantasy, epic fantasy tradition. So you have deep world building, nuanced politics, and more complex side characters, but also the spicy fun times and happily ever after. I come from a fantasy tradition. Eragon, The Legend of Drizzt, Shadowmarch, The Crystal Cave, The Chronicles of Prydain, The Jackal of Nar, Mistborn, The Wheel of Time, and I'm sure a whole bunch that I'm forgetting at the moment. I still love fantasy, but I also love romance. And I really love that I get to combine them. Now, my books do go deeper into world building and political intrigue than some readers want, and that's fine. I know my books aren't for everyone, but if you think they might be for you, we're doing a number of bundles and bargains for our Magical Black Friday book event. The Magical Black Friday book event opens to the general public on November 28th, but you can get access 7 days sooner by signing up as an early bird VIP. Get early access at the latest post in the post tab of my channel.